Welcome in, my good, loving humans. Here we are, ready to be completely present, ready to keep the main thing, travelers up the street called trust, headed to the ultimate destination, that is the Tower of Power, that is the understanding of self, ready to climb into our supersuit, taking the proactive step of planting our feet in front of us to say that freedom is at our feet, that we can be free and unafraid of the present, that we can flex our willpower muscle and engage in this beautiful habit together, separate yet one. My goodness, it is so good to be back in this space for you, for us, for me, for we, for me, and we together. Let us set the container. Hopefully, as you're landing here, you're seeing that we have added so much to this offering. We now have the body budget inventory, and we welcome you to assess your physical and emotional well-being today. If you've not done so, consider either pausing the video and using the resource and then coming back to me here, or I invite you to just continue this guided meditation. And next time, before you join in, you can take stock, noting that doing so helps you to come to find your way in these meditations. And we will help you genuinely connect to your body, your mind, and your heart. It is so good to be back. Do you find yourself stuck in the loop of looking for fulfillment outside of yourself? Looking for a fix, only to find that when you get it, the results are so temporary? And the next time, it feels as though you need more and more to find satisfaction. What we are looking for on social media, doing the death scroll, what we're looking for at the bottom of the wine glass, or in bed, or in the spending sprees. What are you looking for? What is your mind looking for in that chocolate cake? In those Reese's Pieces from yesterday? The lack cannot be fulfilled with the material. The lack cannot be fulfilled with the material. And deep inside, we know this to be true. We so are aware of it, and yet we search for the next thing. We tap those screens. We look outside for the quick fix, the 5, 6, 7 minute something, the one perfect pill that's gonna solve it all. My good humans, the only way out of the stress and the trauma and the suffering is to go within. Today, let us create space in our minds to put distance between us and the largely worthless material. We are not our stuff, so let's focus on the wealth within. Let us reimagine these neural nets. Let's jump the synaptic gap and make new connections to the golden circuitry of our consciousness, where we are all as rich as we need to be. Let us arrive with curiosity and without judgment. So now, I've been waiting to say this, with patience, faith, and trust, rather than impatience, rather than indifference, rather than mistrust, let us become who we were meant to be today. This meditation, it seeks to help let you let go. Don't say that 3 times fast. Of the material you. It seeks to help you find your way through to the positive energy. It seeks to connect you to the universe in you. It seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before, deeper and deeper into the epicenter of your circle. Because a focused mind is a concentrated mind, and a concentrated mind is a satisfied mind. So say we all. I know that I want to believe. And now together, let us release our tension and breathe. Let's start with that progressive release. Let's move our bodies with that light stretch, and let's focus our breath as we become aware of the physical sensations of our body. We'll search for any pain that we may be feeling, both physically and maybe even emotionally. We're going to discover the good in our bodies as well. What's good in our bodies? What is good? So let's take those deep breaths now together. These are going to be deep body breaths, deep belly breaths, long 3 or so seconds to completely fill your diaphragm in through the nose or out through the mouth, whatever works for you, however you feel most comfortable. You might feel a little lightheaded. You might even feel just a tad nauseous, and that is okay. It is proof positive, though, that you may not be breathing as deeply as you should be. So let's do that now together. We're going to take a nice solid 10 breaths together, and then we're going to move and we're going to find the body from feet to head. Let's take that first deep breath in now, breathing deep, fully in, and release, and letting it go without pause, fully in, and release. Feeling free to keep your eyes wide open, fully in, and release. Breathing in, and release. Breathing in, and release. Don't expel the air. You're not trying to hyperventilate. Breathing in, and release. Breathing in, and release. I'm a terrible counter. Let's go 3 more times. Breathing in, and release. 2 more times. Breathing in, and release. 1 more time. Breathing in, and release. Letting go of the breath now and just finding your body wherever it is. If you're seated, you can put your feet to the floor and your hands on your legs. If you're standing like me, it's okay. If you happen to be lying down, I invite you to come to this in whatever way that is comfortable for you. We're going to progressively release the tension in our bodies and sense through the system from foot to head, finding now the feet, going down to the feet and saying to yourself, if you can, say feet, ankles, toes, the fascia of the soles. As you do, as you find your feet sensing around, leaving your eyes wide open if you wish. Choose to close them, that's cool too. Finding the feet and sensing around. Noticing any tension. And as you sense on through, begin to create some tension in your feet. Creating tension to release tension. Tightening them up. And as you do, grabbing hold, let go. Now sensing into your legs, you can say calves, say knees and joints, Nobody's watching, nobody's listening. Say hamstrings, say quads, say glutes. Sensing around, noticing any tension or stress, noticing any freedom that you feel. Do you feel loose already? As you do, begin to create some tension as you have these limbs. Come to it with whatever you have as you have it, if you have them. Sensing around. And as you do, squeeze down. Creating tension. Noticing that as you grab the calves, you lose the quads altogether, tighten them up. And when you do, let go. Feel the sensation of all of that release. Finding now the torso, finding the belly, the brain belly. Finding the heart center. Finding the root. Sense through your system, noticing any tension. Noticing any pain. Being aware of your belly. Being aware of your heart center and your chest. Sensing the goodness that you might feel, the calm. And as you do, create some tension. Squeezing down, tightening up, holding close the brain belly and the heart center. Creating tension to release tension. And then loose. That might rumble your belly. You might feel your digestion move, regardless of what time of day you're finding yourself here. Going up now into the shoulders, into the upper back and the neck, saying shoulders, saying neck, saying arms, bicep and tricep, forearm and wrist, palm and digit. Sensing through your system, noticing what's happening in the system. How are you feeling? Tension or stress? Emotion or worry or calm? And as you do, create some tension. Tightening up. Creating the tension to release the tension. Holding tight for a moment, and then loose. Feeling that release. Noticing your breath and how it may be moving in your body, just not paying attention too much to it. Just being aware of how the breath is moving. How is it moving as you release the body? Let's go up into the head. Say eyes, say ears and lobes, say teeth and tongue, say gums, say sinus, say crown. Nobody's watching, all together squeezing down and sensing around, creating some tension. Creating some tension to release the tension. And as you have it, let go. Letting go now of the body. If you're comfortable with as you are in your position, if you decided to stand and you want to sit or lay down, feeling free, and now also just noticing as you begin to release your thoughts. You can allow your eyes to close or your gaze to lower. I invite you to come to it however you are. As you're letting go of each thought, release it without attachment. Letting go of the system that is your body and focusing in and allowing your self-awareness to rise in you, focusing on the center of you, the center of the circle that is you. Feeling the where of your consciousness as you are in this space. Feeling the breath as it's moving and allowing it to be without worry or concern, and letting go of any thought. And now you're choosing with your will, choosing with will to use your imagination. Your imagination to be the artist of you, the creator of an image. Each artist, it uses an instrument, be it pen, brush, chisel, guitar, drum, voice. Choose the instrument for now. And on the vast canvas of your self-awareness, as you are in this moment, with long, smooth strokes or strums or hums, be the artist of you and create the image of a treasure chest. Connect to the connection that is flowing inside of you. As you create this chest, let the colors come. Let the tones tell you. As you flow and you connect to the universal you, to the cosmic you, to the creator of this image, to you setting this scene. As you create your image, and as you do, allow now for that image to begin to float in the expanse that is all around you. Letting go of that instrument. Letting go of knowing. And in this moment, be. If you have been here before, be for the first time. Inside of the complexity is simplicity. As you feel this moment, this beautiful chest of your creation floating around you, feeling yourself floating. Inviting you to find your breath if you need. And as the chest floats, reach for it with the hands of your mind's eye. And as you hold this chest in front of you, open the chest. Looking deep within, seeing the shining jewels of your being, seeing the beauty that you possess in your heart, seeing that you are you as you are. You are enough. You are worthy. You are invaluable. And as you hold this chest out, in the hand of your mind's eye, begin to shape it into a ball. This ball that will exist as a universe inside of you. Holding it out one more time. And releasing it. Allowing it to drop and to splash into the center of your circle. And as you feel that ripple, as the ripple pushes forth, let go of all that you do not know. Let go of all that you may not understand. Let go of all that you cannot control, because that is okay. And as the ripple pushes forth, as you feel your circle growing larger, as you feel this new strength from your circle expanding from your acceptance, in affirmation now say, I will use my self-awareness to focus on what I can control. I will use my consciousness to focus on what I can control. I will use my will to focus on what I can control. I will use imagination to focus on what I can control. As you affirm yourself, begin now to allow the world to come back to your head and neck. Allow the world to come back into your arms and legs and your brain belly and your heart center. Begin to flutter open your eyes or raise your gaze to focus on the you that is now, the sharper you, the focused you, the you that knows that in between the stimulus and the response is where you stand in the center of the circle, of your circle, where you have the freedom to choose your responses. So say we all. I know that I want to believe. Remembering that you are not the drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in the drop. And we, my good humans, we are the tide. Now go use that imagination. Go use the power of what you have found here, reminding yourself that you are enough, that you are not broken. And if you are, it's okay to be a little broken. Knowing that we must practice at letting go, because letting go, man, is sometimes all that we have to hold on to. Let us have that plan together. Take some time now and journal. Write down, how are you going to use this image of the treasure chest in the next stressful moments, in the time where you find yourself in a difficult conversation, when you need to tether yourself to you, the creator. Find it. Find the time. I love you all individually and as a group. May you live every day of your life. Come back here soon enough. As Krishnamurti says, the ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. Here, we are not evaluating ourselves. We are not judging ourselves. We are arriving with curious minds. It is good to be back in this space with all of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. So much more to come. Peace.